Welcome to the Indie Corner. We're talking about all things independent comics, specifically the greatest superhero comic book in the universe, Robert Kirkman's all new, all awesome Invincible. I'm Mikey.
I'm Christian.
I am Matt.
And today, people, it's about that time. It's about that time where we've done is our 15th episode, and all 14 episodes we've done has been leading up to this. It's our first event. The volume we're doing is volume 12, called the Still Standing volume, which I still have not seen that sitcom either. But most importantly, we're not gonna go by that fucking name, fam. We're gonna go by the name of the event known only as the Invincible War. And it's a good time. I'm excited. I've hyped this event enough because it's my favorite event in Invincible. So yeah, so I already asked them this question, but we're gonna restate it again. So guys, in one word, what would you describe the Invincible War to our lovely audience?
Do you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of just stole what Matt's secondary thing was, which was Dragon Ball, because it's an entire Dragon Ball fight. Super regular anime. Fuck you, I'm gonna defend my friends and find the power within, and then punch all people. So is my word, yeah.
Yes. And my first answer was Carnage, which I think is significantly less interesting than Dragon Ball.
Why did you have this? Why did you pick Carnage instead?
Because Dragon Ball's 2 words.
Okay, but here's the thing though, right? I told Christian that I kind of defeated my own rule and had described it in 2 words.
Well, okay, then what?
I know, right? Bullshit.
That's not one word, Michael.
Yeah. I know, but
Mikey, you're the one who breaks your own rules.
Wait, you know what I said for the event?
Yeah, I don't. What's your one?
I said holy shit.
Okay.
Because while I was reading it, I was like, holy shit.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, guys.
So you guys are probably wondering why we're doing it on a Monday than our usual Friday, and the reason being today is the winter solstice.
That's right.
It happens every 400 years.
We're here to celebrate the winter solstice with Invincible.
Yes.
Exactly. I mean, the only
special
thing
occasion.
Winter solstice.
Yeah, the special occasion for a special occasion.
Exactly.
We totally planned this out perfectly.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna be talking about issue 60. And okay, first off, people, we have to acknowledge this cover is gorgeous, and the fact that it has almost like every notable Image character on this cover that actually appeared in the event. Just a reminder that Invincible's canon to the Image Comics universe, even though it's not really a universe, but it's whatever. And should I go into who's on it, or should we just wait to see who?
Yeah, Mikey, name every character on that page.
All right, I gotta pull it up on the full screen because I have to remember. So we got obviously our boy Invincible.
Start from left to right.
Oh, start from left to right?
Yeah.
Okay, shit. Well, we have Youngblood, which is the Rob Liefeld team. That was his first Image. That was the Image book that he started with when he founded Image. It's just a dumb '90s team. I only know 2. This guy's name's Shaft and this guy's name's Badrock. And
Shaft.
I don't care about the rest because they're all dumb. All of them are dumb. Then we got Mark Silvestri's team that he did with Image when it started, called Cyberforce. I only know one person on the team, and it's Velocity right here. Then we got obviously the Astounding Wolfman, obviously the Guardians of the Globe, of course. We got one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, the Darkness, also Mark Silvestri. If y'all play the Darkness video game, this is the same character. We got Shadowhawk, which is by Jim Valentino, also Image founder. We also got Spawn. Which Matt, I remember when we first did Invincible, you were like, "We need to get Todd McFarlane on the show whenever Spawn shows up," and I guess now we got to do it.
Yeah.
We also got obviously more Adam Eve, obviously more Guardians of the Globe people. We also got another Mark Silvestri character that I love that's connected with the darkness, the Witchblade, who is awesome. We also got Christian's boy, the Savage Dragon.
Big Dick Boy, Savage Dragon.
We also got, I think, Brit. We have Capes Incorporated. We have a character that I don't know who created him, but I remember seeing him in the movie Chasing Amy because I thought he was a fake character, but he's real. Madman. The character of Pitt, who was later an Image character. I don't know who created him either. We also got Duncan Rosenblatt, aka the Fire Breather. And we also got Christian. Yeah.
Christian. Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Yep. It was a real honor being a part of this comic book. I met a lot of great people. Savage Dragon fucked me. It was great. It was honestly a real honor just be a part of it.
Yeah,
Can we talk about Booster Gold / Doctor Strange that's right behind Wolfman? Does he have a name?
Yeah.
Oh, right here?
Yeah. What? No.
No.
The one next to not.
Oh, him.
No.
Him?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. The black guy? No.
Yeah, I was saying bulletproof Christian.
So, Image has a lot of kind of lame characters.
I mean, for the most part.
That's Dragon lame. He's a green cop.
No, I don't like. We've talked about this. I don't like Savage Dragon.
Yeah, he doesn't. But I mean, for me personally, I really do like the Witchblade in the Darkness. They're cool characters.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah. I knew about them. I knew about the Darkness from the video game because the video game is really fun. But the other like Youngblood. I don't give a shit about Youngblood. It's we're gonna have a podcast, people, about bad '90s art for the channel. Most of mine is gonna be from Youngblood because it's awful.
Is that the guy who gets reference from pornography?
No, not that.
Greg
Land, creator of Deadpool, known for like destroying anatomy in comics.
I love that guy.
But people, it's a big ass event. A lot of Image characters we're gonna see pop in. It's gonna be a good time.
Let's get into it. You're just blue ballsing me now, Michael.
I'm sorry. I'm just teasing you, Christian. Let me tease you.
I'm gonna burst, bro.
All right. So, issue 60, people. The Invincible War event. So it starts off with where we started off. I think 2 episodes ago. This is months ago, where we saw Mark kill Angstrom Levy, and obviously being shocked and traumatized by that. And then, essentially, right after that, Mark obviously leaves and distraught, and it turns the perspective of Angstrom. And Angstrom, I didn't put this in here, because again, I try not to put him in any images, but his face is literally a pancake. Like,
so gross.
It's literally a pancake. And like, obviously we assume that he died, but like, this man's still alive.
Yeah, there's no way that there's like enough goop in any area for there to be a working brain.
Yeah.
But his back is 80% brain.
Dude, it's wild because like it's just like his eyes like on the far left side of his face. It's like his teeth are just like it's just gross. Because obviously Mark did a number on this dude. As
and like Otley does these close-ups, like he has a close up on his mouth and a close up on an eyeball, and it's really dissettling and uncomfortable and gross and it's great, but I hate it.
But like it's just it's a lot. So then Angstrom is alive, struggling, trying to do his best to stay alive. Opens up a portal to another dimension where we see these cyborg doctors. Basically, Angstrom's like, all he says in his what appears to be his mouth is "fix me," And yeah, so that's what happened to Angstrom after I forget what issue, but after that arc.
Yeah, issue like 25 or something, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
It was around
That's
there.
right. So
Yeah.
then so after that it transitions to what appears to be a bunch of Invincibles closing in. And I love this page a lot because again, as we did I think last episode or 2 episodes ago, Ryan Otley just experimenting on the costumes and having different variations. My favorite one is the one with the full mask. I like the full on mask. I think it's cool. It's a cool look. Yeah, but a bunch of these Invincibles are swarming in, and then it transitions back to Angstrom being like, "Attack! We have to attack! Like destroy everything in sight! Like you're invincible! Make everyone hate Invincible! Make everyone fear Invincible!" So essentially, his plan is he got every Invincible from across the multiverse to then destroy the main universe, essentially like not only kill a bunch of people, but tarnish Invincible's reputation so that he won't be able to be a hero anymore.
Right, he got evil Invincibles.
Yeah, evil Invincibles. Yeah, all these Invincibles did very bad things. Like, so, so then essentially the Invincible onslaught is about to begin. Transitions back to Mark and Eve, and essentially they are just talking about couple things, you know. And Mark just basically just wants to meet up with her parents, and she's like, "But my parents are horrible, though, Mark. I don't know about that." But he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I just want to meet your parents. It's all good." And then he gets a beep because Mark is a private security superhero now in a security firm. And he's just like, "Hey, what's going on?" And like, "Oh, it's probably not that serious, but let's check it out." But turns out it is that serious because these Invincibles are wrecking everything. And I love these, like, I put these 2 pages together because I love that they're just all across the globe just wrecking shit. And it's just like, it's crazy. And like, they're just they're just saying just like, oh my gosh, like this prison's pathetic, and like they're meaning. And we see a bunch of image characters, of course. So we got this British dude being like, and, this British dude being attacked, and this Invincible's like, you are a slave on my world, and the burnt Invincible's like, oh, like this is gonna be fun, but I can't wait to see I can't wait until like I get revenge on my father. So that's a cool backstory. We then see Spawn, and literally Spawn holding his own because Spawn is legit. He's OP, and and this Invincible's like, I killed you before and I'll do it again. It's so good. And we see the fire breather, and then the fire breather being attacked, and this Invincible's just like the Duncan Rosenblatt on my Earth was the king of the monsters. And so what the hell are you? Because for people that don't know, fire breather, he's half kaiju, half human, and his father is like the king of the kaiju. Yeah. So
okay, cool.
There's that.
Do you remember his TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had an animated movie on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was called Fire Breathing.
There was a running joke about how his dad is a giant and his mom's just a regular human, and they're like, so what's his dick like? Is it small, or are you just why?
Yeah, like literally, like the mom is like, so I guess you're just curious on like how you were conceived, right? And he's like, no, I'm not listening.
I'm curious. I'm very curious.
And I mean, hold on, I'll pull up the image of the thing right now. Actually, thanks for mentioning that, Christian.
No, don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. No, don't pull an image up. We got
I agree with Matt. This sucks. But
this is stupid. I don't care about fire breather.
I would like to say I feel like it's kind of a fish thing where there's eggs and then she is involved somehow. But continue with the thing.
That is actually disgusting. Okay. So
I don't know, man. I'm not good with biology. I know.
So especially when we see Tech Jacket, of course, Christian doing his thing.
Yeah, I'm just doing the best I can to save the world. It'd be like that.
So then it transitions back to Mark and this Invincible. This Invincible's taunting him. Mark's getting this cool fight, and then essentially Mark knocks this dude out, and then Capes Incorporated intervene. And obviously we know who those guys are. They tackle Mark, like our Mark, thinking that he's a bad guy. When when in reality, of course, we know that it isn't. And then we see the astounding Wolfman in prison. He's in a prison outfit. So I think it's around the time where in his run he goes to jail for the murder of his wife, and he's trying to stop prisoners from escaping prison, and it's so funny. And then we get to see our boy Powerplex return, and saying like he's saying like it's gonna be that time in this war. I'm about to fuck you up, so be prepared. And it transitions to and I love how like they juxtapose the event with the news. And essentially we just basically the news happening, saying like, oh, there's like massive amounts of casualties happening. It appears that like multiple versions of Invincibles are attacking, and we get to see the tutor, Oliver's tutor, Debbie.
Did Mikey die?
Did we lose Michael?
Do we? I think
What
we
did.
did. Oh God. I guess I got this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it left off at the news scene. Eve is in the fight, including little bitch great boy that I hate so much, Oliver. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, I prepared nothing for this.
Man, and we can't change the slide because Mikey controls that. We have no control of the slides or anything. So we've got to sit here and look at this page of Invincible. I guess talk about the rest of it here. Okay.
I guess.
I'm also not ready for these issues, but I can improv it.
Yeah, we'll improv it. So from here, it shifts to the Pentagon, where we have the dynamic duo, Britt and Donald. They destroyed I'm assuming a tech jacket version of Mark. And Cecil's like, shit's hitting the fan. We need everyone. And when I mean everyone, I mean everyone, including the guy with the bow and arrow. So they bring back
especially that guy with the bow and arrow.
Especially that guy. I wish Mikey was here so he could show this picture of this old lady that Cecil's giving commands to. I'm not sure if you have the comic pulled up right now, but it looks like
yeah.
Yeah, you see her?
I have no idea who she is.
Yeah, it looks like she's gonna shit herself.
It does.
Yeah.
There's a sequence of three. I don't know how to describe it. They're almost like full page splashes, but they're not. They're like divided into thirds.
Yeah.
And outside thirds are these splash pages of just, I assume, image characters doing image character things. And then
whatever that may be.
Right. Well, I mean, like most image character things, it's generally a lot of blood and ripping and tearing.
Angsty stuff.
And that's in the middle. There's like story stuff going on. It's a really unique kind of framing. I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, it really kind of confused me out of nowhere. But that might have just been I was reading manga before this, so half the time I was reading it backwards. But
sure.
But the whole thing.
No, I get that.
Yeah, the whole thing was like, which one's the left page and where does the right page start?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do like the stylistic choice though. The next page also, off-brand Hulk, I guess. Vampire Hulk was ripping Invincible's face in half, which I thought was so cool looking.
Yeah, it's so brutal, man.
Yeah,
where he destroys this guy's face.
Yeah. This entire section is just brutality after brutality. Duplicate got murdered by an Invincible throwing Immortal's head through her body. Oh God. The team or whatever they're currently being called is against an Invincible with my boy Savage Dragon, and we hit Rex with the whole "I'm gonna die for everyone's sins," which is very appropriate for the holidays. And he sets his skeleton on fire and exploding it, killing that one Invincible, which was, God, all of this super sad.
And he's dead now.
He is dead now. Yeah.
He's super dead.
Do you any parting words for our boy Rex?
He was a douche, and then he stopped being a douche, and then I liked him a little bit, and now he's dead. So
Yes.
I'm not gonna miss him. I'm not.
We have Tiny Rex.
That's right.
That's all we need.
That's all we need.
That's all we cared about. Post OG Rex exploding himself, pulling an Allah Akbar, we go to Cecil shitting his pants and going to Mark in the hospital with Eve. She got knocked the fuck out. And Cecil's like, "What are you doing here, Mark? We need you in the front lines." And Mark's like, "Kind of busy, having sad boy hours." And Cecil's like, "You're whipped, bro." And then he teleports out.
Yeah.
Yeah. More horror. Everything's destroyed. Sydney, New York, France, UK, everything. There's just
all of it.
Yeah, two pages of like each a thin column with an invincible standing over a burning city. They won. They destroyed the entire city. There's no way around it. Bad guys won, good guys lost. And yeah. And Levi Jeans comes in to stroke his dick in front of all the other Invincibles, being like, "Good job, my children. Very proud. Let's go kill OG Invincible." And all the other Invincibles are like, "You promised us this world. We kind of fucked it up. We want recompense." And Levi's like, "Oh, bet," and then teleports them into that sand dimension that he was stuck in and almost died at. And he just made an enemy of a total of 7 multiverse Invincibles. 8 multiverse Invincibles, which is not great. Oh, hey, Mikey.
Mikey, we did your job for you.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
No problem. We're at
all right, people. Internet trouble.
We're at page 23. If you want to pick it up from there.
23.
Yeah, bro.
Describe what's happening. What's happening right now?
Angstrom dumps the 8 other evil Invincibles into the other dimension.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he dumps all the Invincibles in the other dimension. Then Mark essentially charges right at him with him along with Bulletproof. And sure. Mark is just like, "Hey, yo, I knew you'd be back. I thought I killed you, but it's whatevs." And Angstrom's like, "Haha, no, you didn't." And then Oliver's like, "But Mark, this is your chance. Kill him. End him." And it's the part where Christian's just like, "I knew it. He's a menace."
How did you know?
I mean, because I know you, Christian. Because I know you.
You beat me to the punch, Mikey, so I can't say shit now.
Yeah. But essentially, so Oliver's like, "Listen, this is our only chance to do it. Obviously, you failed to kill him the last time, and look what he's done. He's wrecked everything. He's killed a ton of people. So, like, listen, bro, just murk this man. Just murk him. Just murk him. And Mark's about to do it. Angstrom decides, not this time, boy, and decides to escape instead.
Escape.
And but he loses his arm in the process because Mark pulls it out while the portal's closing. And essentially, then Angstrom ends up back with the doctors and is just like, "Hey, yo, like, you gotta fix me again." But it's like, no. You failed to live up to our deal, so you work for us now. And then that's that. Then Mark, and then we get a bunch of transition panels of the aftermath of the attack. Everything's destroyed. The Pentagon, Mark's home, Reginald VelJohnson High School, everything's gone. The Burger Mart, everything's gone. And then we just get this amazing splash page, just Mark just shocked of the destruction. And that is the end of issue 60.
And while we're on this page, I wanna mention something real quick that I was thinking about earlier. We don't talk about this very often, but I think I think they have a different colorist on the book than usual. I think the color in these issues is really cool. It's like kind of muted and almost realistic in a way over top of Otley's very cartoonish pencils, and I think together it creates this really neat blend of visual that I like a lot.
Yeah, I don't see a page. I don't see a page where like a title page here, so I can't really tell who.
Okay.
But
but you're right. A lot of the colors are super muted, and it really helps the whole like, this is bad times. This is we're fucked, bro. Everything's sad. I'm sad. You're sad.
This is the shit.
I think the art has never been better. I think it looks amazing in this issue, and honestly, all these issues.
Yeah, all these issues probably the best art that we've seen so far from Otley. He kills it, as well as the colorist as well. The colorist does a really good job.
I agree.
But yeah, anything? Oh, also, because I'm sorry, I bounced because internet trouble. But our boy Rex is gone.
He's dead.
Yep, yeah, we mentioned that. Yeah, he died.
How y'all feel about that? After really?
Should have happened sooner.
It doesn't hit because remember we all mentioned how much of a great redemption arc he was getting, but now he's gone.
Yeah, I know. I was starting to like him, and he died, I think, too soon.
You think?
I definitely thought so.
I didn't quite like him yet. I thought he was getting better. But now he's dead. So.
Yeah, I agree. It didn't really hurt as much as it could have hurt. Yeah.
I thought it did. I was like, crap, like Rex is actually trying to be a better person. And it turns out he's doing a good job so far. And then he just died. It's like, holy shit. Yeah. And as I said before, because Kirkman, again, this book goes against tropes. When people die, they stay dead. So he doesn't come back. And
except for Immortal.
Except for the Immortal, as well as but
Angstrom, the villain of this arc.
But Angstrom didn't die technically. He was almost
and duplicate.
Yeah, duplicate.
Yeah, but no one dies. I mean, if you die, you die.
If you die, you stay dead. If you die, you never come back.
If you're not duplicate or Immortal.
But I also, like, crap. I regret like my internet like tweaking because like I always want to talk about like the fact that like Cecil's just like, what the fuck is happening? Like what's going on? And B's like what's his name? Donald's like, who we call everyone, and he just gets everyone from the Image universe to come through. It's such a cool moment.
It is really cool.
Yeah, like get Youngblood, Cyberforce, Pit, Rex, and Invincible, and it's amazing. Like he just destroys him.
Is that who Vampire Hulk is?
Yeah, Pit. Yeah.
Pit. We talked about that. Yeah.
And then the Invincible that like kills
a bowling ball with all those holes in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's it called? And then the one that inevitably like the one that killed that wrecked the Guardians of the Globe took Immortal's head off and threw it into Duplicate's body. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like the carnage from this event is just
There's so much.
It's so much, but like as to quote Matt from like a previous episode when we saw Angstrom die, it's carnage, but it's for a reason. Like
it's
so
very well done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and just Rex. And just like as we see a lot of people die. Like heroes, like civilians, like it's a lot. And I love my favorite page from this book is to go back this one where it's like the establishing shot in a movie after like a big fight goes down and it's just like the villains have won and it's like holy shit, you know.
It reminds me of Man of Steel.
But yeah,
that makes me sad.
It does, but like this is the better Man of Steel we're talking about.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It is. But yeah. So, any other thoughts on the Invincible War?
No, I think we've covered it. It's a crazy issue. It's really good.
Yeah. Yep. And also, Matt, I apologize because I lied to you saying that this was another Clone Saga, but this is technically a Clone Saga in a way.
Yeah. No, I had the same thought. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good stuff. and this page, man, it's Otley.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. Also, hi to Rebecca and Kayla. Sorry, my internet cut out. That's what happened. Yeah. So we're gonna do issue 61. Issue 61.
Make sure not to leave
Also,
this time because you gave me a panic attack when you left.
Listen, tell that to my internet. Tell that to my internet. Don't tell that to me. I'm sorry. I've already established that we've been having internet problems the whole day today.
It's the winter solstice. Mikey, what did you do? You pissed off a witch. The witch. Did you piss off Taylor? You know, this is when she has her most powerful fits of magic.
Word.
You can't be doing this, Mikey. You can't be doing this.
But anyway,
yeah, and during the winter solstice.
Yeah.
For our audience, every issue after the Invincible War is just the aftermath, but this is the Conquest Part 1 mini arc of this arc. So we'll see what that entails. But so essentially,
we will.
This issue starts off with essentially basically it's like an aftermath of what happened. So like a lot of cities are destroyed. A lot of people are supposedly dead. There are rescue teams trying to find dead civilians that are alive as well as dead ones as well. But they're already like the Red Cross, which was a good mention, is already at max capacity. So they're gonna need help with just civilians to find everybody and to make sure everyone's okay. And then as well as people thinking that Mark Invincible was responsible for this and was leading the charge. And I love that we get perspective of a civilian being like, yeah, I saw Invincible. He's the one who did this. Like,
can you put up Rebecca's comment, please?
Where could be under 2 hours for once. Leave me alone, Rebecca.
Roasted.
God damn.
The winter solstice, man, it has it out for you.
Honestly, it's getting y'all crazy. Like,
and Taylor's here now too. Christian said her name and summoned her.
It's the winter solstice. She knows.
But essentially, like, there are people that think Invincible did it, and there are people that don't think he did it. So there's that. But
yeah, real quick. I need a comment on this page. I need a comment on this page. I can't let this go. Oh my God, Michael, there's so much text. There's so much text on this page. I'm reading a comic book. If I want to read a novel, I'll read a novel. Robert Kirkman, why do you do this to me? There's so much text.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
It's so frustrating.
30% of the page.
Whole disclosure, I did not read this page. I saw all the text and went, nope. This is not happening.
Okay, well, you went through it, so I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
But it transitions back to Mark and Eve. Eve is bedridden. She is very injured from what happened in the event. And Mark just says, like, he just wants to be here. He's done. He does not want to do anything to help. Then Cecil comes in and is like, you got to help. Like, what are you doing? Is like, listen, like, have you found my mom? She's like, yeah, she was at her boyfriend's, which was a good call. And, she's meeting up with us later. But it's fine. Like, Eve's parents also coming, so she won't be alone. It's fine. But like, Mark, you have to go. You have to help with the rescue efforts. And Mark agrees, and we get this amazing splash of the heroes helping out, being damage control essentially. And it's a cool page. I really like this page a lot.
Yeah, a butt cheek in the corner. That's always nice.
Yeah, and we get to see Badrock lifting a thing. And so then after that, the moment Mark gets in, he is immediately shocked by Powerplex, because Powerplex hates Mark. But essentially, Mark, Powerplex is just like, I love how the fact that they're just like, yo, we thought he was a hero. We thought he was a hero, so like, we don't know why he's doing this. Sorry. But then young Cecil orders Youngblood to stop him, which they do. Badrock takes care of him, and while Powerplex is being taken away, he's like, guys, what are you doing? Obviously, you can see he caused this. Like, what's happening? Like, you gotta stop him. Blah blah blah.
Him and his brother is a menace.
But yes, but Oliver comes to Mark and be like, "Don't worry, Mark, it's fine. Just don't listen to him." Transitions back to Mark again, back at Eve, back talking with Eve at her hospital bed. He's crying, being like, I like this is actually is all my fault. Like I couldn't escape this if I didn't take care of Angstrom when I had the chance, this would have never happened. And he's like, this would never happen to you. And he starts crying, and we get to see Eve's parents come in. And Mark decides, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'll just leave. It's you're the parents. Then Eve's mom comes to Mark being like, Mark, are you okay? Like, what's happening? Like, I'm sorry. Just like, I didn't I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, they don't even know he's invincible. But he's just like, he's worried about Eve, and her parents are worried about her as well. And they are just saying that like we're always worried about Eve, even though like Eve doesn't really like us. When we're always nervous about her going out being superior because when she was a kid, she had a best friend and she died, and it really did number on her. And yeah, so then and essentially she's like, we don't mean like he's like, and he said whatever, anything if there's anything I can do, just let me know. I'm more happy to help. And then it transitions back to the wreckage site, and we get to see a familiar calamari guys, right? And it turned and we see these firemen looking around. This calamari comes out of nowhere, and they're just like, "What the hell is that?" And then all we see is the return of Ray Livingston again, being like, "I need to find a new place. You guys can help me with that." Again, because we saw him in the last issue. Again, seasoning. Transitions back to the Pentagon, where we see Immortal being stitched, his head being put back together, and Duplicate obviously being worried. He recovers, and essentially he tells Duplicate, "Yeah, after this I'm retiring. I'm done. I just got my head fucking ripped off and thrown into you. I'm done." And she's happy to hear that. So it transitions back to Cecil, Mark, Robot, Donald, Britt, and African American Samson. And they're essentially having this meeting being like, yo, Duplicate and Immortal are planning on retiring. So the Guardians of the Globe are essentially out of commission at this point. The world is basically undefended now. And here's the thing, like Shapesmith is also gone as well. Rex as well as died, and Eve is out of commission. And
Shapesmith isn't gone. He's just out of commission for a hot minute.
He's out of commission for a hot minute. And essentially, like, basically, they need to form new Guardians of the Globe. Robot is on board. He's on board to be on. He's on board, even though obviously he had a issue with Cecil, but he's on board temporarily, and he's on board temporarily at least. And he's like, we need a new leader for this team. But then he appoints Mark. Mark's like, no, like, I'm the last person you would want to lead this team. I caused this, for God's sake. Like, come on now. But then Cecil's like, Mark, you're the only person strong. You're the strongest superhero on Earth. You have to lead this team. Mark's still like, no, why am I here? And he's like, you know what? Fine. Britt, do you want to do it instead? Britt's like, all for it. So essentially, we're going to get a new Guardians of the Globe.
Can I mention really quick?
What's up?
Ironic how we've seen Mark's arms and legs broken in half, yet Britt is totally fine with a nuclear explosion to the face, and Mark's the one called invincible.
That's just true.
Saying. Yeah, if anyone's going to be the strongest one, I think it might be Britt. He deserves the spot.
Word.
Continue, please.
But so we're getting a new Guardians of the Globe, and this will, for our audience, will lead to a mini series called Guarding the Globe that we will cover eventually. So then, so after that, it transitions back to Mark, again helping with damage control. And I love this scene where he finds a dead body and he's like, "Oh shit!" Like it's hitting hard for him right now. And he's helping people with the wreckage, saving people, finding bodies, and then we get this voice, like while Mark's laying down trying to get his bearings, and he says, ready to stand free, like ready to step the fuck up, worm. Mark's like, what? And then we get to see an older but Aki ass Viltrumite.
He hockey
as fuck. And essentially his name. This is
Thanos. Oh, Mikey's gone again.
Mikey's
No.
gone again.
Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, I'll do this one. This
Okay.
guy looks like Garp from One Piece.
No, it looks like Thanos. A white Thanos.
He also looks like White Thanos.
Thank you.
I don't know his name. Mikey's about to say his name. I don't know what it is.
Oh God, I don't have it up.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm sure I can figure it out.
You can look up his name if you want. I won't complain about it. I like how we both read it and none of us bothered to get his name.
I don't remember his name at all.
Yeah, it was something alien, like monster.
It's the Winter
Solstice. It is the Winter Solstice.
His name is the Winter Solstice.
You know, I want to add comments so badly, but Mikey won't let me have the power.
I know.
It's so
that's entirely him. I wish we could do that.
Yeah, especially the ones where he's getting roasted. Did we read this?
I mean, we did read it. We read it. I just don't remember this guy's name.
We read it a couple days ago.
Yeah, well, no, I read it yesterday.
Yeah, between you and me, we didn't plan on doing it on the Winter Solstice.
We didn't.
Yeah, it was the only day we were available. Did you figure his name out yet?
Huh?
His name?
Oh no, I haven't figured his name out. I don't think he says it in this issue.
All right, well, fuck it. We'll call him Grandpa.
All right, so Grandpa shows up, and he's like, "I hate this. I gotta talk about this because I hate it." Okay. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm concerned about your progress. I'm gonna see how you're coming along on that destroying the world thing, and if you're not doing good enough, I'm gonna have to, kind of do it for you. He's basically he's Raditz, right?
He really is.
And then Invincible's like, well, I'm not blowing up the planet, so you can go suck in my dick. And then he goes, all right, let's get sucking, and they go to fight.
Let's get sucking.
Here's why I hate this. We just finished watching a bunch of Marks destroy a ton of the planet. Why didn't Mark just go, oh yeah, see, look, I'm working on it. It's coming along. I've destroyed so much planet. Isn't it great? Don't worry about it. Got it. Go back.
And it's not even a lie because he did do it, just not this dimension of him.
Yeah. So why didn't he just
Matthew, big brain.
Like literally he could have been like, look around you.
Yeah, see, I'm working on it, man. Stop bothering me.
Read the room, man. Come on.
He instead he just goes, no, I'm not gonna destroy the planet. And then punches them. I don't know. It's so weird.
And I love that the end scene where he's just like, in his entire time, I just wanted something to fucking punch, and we just get this awesome page. I love this page a lot.
It's a really cool page.
Yeah. But yeah, issue 61. Thoughts, concerns?
Thoughts and concerns. I really like this villain.
Conquest?
Is that his name? Conquest?
Yeah.
We were getting roasted in the group chat. I mean, in the comments section for that we didn't have any clue what his name was.
No, I'm pretty sure Taylor's established his name's Winter Solstice.
Yeah. That's correct. This is Taylor actually. This is her in her final form.
What, the old guy?
Yeah, the old guy. This is what she can do. When she gets all the power from the Winter Solstice.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, guys, it's Conquest. His name, the arc is called Conquest.
It's also a word that people use in the English language.
Yeah, but I think this is a cool issue. Just like there's a cool aftermath, but yeah, we get a new villain to come and square up, and it's just Mark just can't catch a break. It's wild. I mean, yeah, but like as well as we said, to repeat the motion that I always do on this podcast, just some seasoning, some more cooking. So yeah, it's good stuff. What's up? So we're good.
Yeah,
we're good. I guess we're good.
Issue 62 then.
All right.
Oh, yeah, Matt, take it away.
Invincible number 62. This is the cover. It's a pretty cool cover, I guess.
Yeah, it's not that great. It's all right.
It's fine.
So 1 to 7, 3, solid 3. Continue. Sorry.
You're good. So this issue is very, very Dragon Ball. This issue is why I chose that for my my descriptor of the arc in general.
Actually, I chose it. I'm taking credit for it. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's why he chose it.
Yes, you had your chance.
So these guys just crash through buildings, and there's a whole lot of explosions. And then Conquest talks at him for a while about his like philosophy and how he's going to enjoy hurting Invincible. It's a whole supervillain spiel that they've all got. Mm-hmm. And then they punch each other some more, and more buildings fall.
I just want to say I love that like when they fight, it's just a big ass shockwave that's affecting everybody else.
Yeah, every single thing is getting destroyed. He grabs Invincible by the throat, and then Invincible clocks him in the ears, and they fight more. And they fight through more buildings, and they fight into space. And now they're in outer space, and they're fighting in space, and then they fly back into the planet again, and they're fighting on the planet. It's just, guys, it's fighting.
You really painted a picture for us, Matt, with that description. Like, whew, you're our Picasso.
Yeah, word.
This is how it works. They fight on this planet, they fight on the space, they fight on the planet again. Taylor says that basically Conquest talks about his conquest. That's entirely accurate.
Yes,
he again, in another classic Kirkman moment with too much text, he talks all about his conquest.
Basically.
Can you put Rebecca's comment too, please? Thank you, Rebecca.
And that's entirely accurate. Yes,
you said it is also accurate. Yes.
And now is also you guys saying stuff and us agreeing with you as well as us agreeing with Mikey.
Yes.
So it's mostly just Christian and I agreeing to everybody.
Yes. The rules are someone talks and then the other two nod in stupidity.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Mark falls back into the planet and he's real hurt and upset. And I guess that Oliver and Deb and what's her boyfriend's name? Paul?
Paul. Yeah.
Yeah. They're just like watching this on TV, and Oliver's like, "Oh man, I've gotta go help him." And so Oliver flies off, and he's gonna fight Conquest also. And now Conquest fights Invincible, and he also fights Oliver at the same time. They're both fighting.
Oliver has a fucking death wish. He has a death wish.
Yeah, he's going in full tilt.
I hope it gets granted very soon.
No.
Fuck Oliver. He's a public menace.
I mean, he's a brutal young man, to say the least.
He is.
He a bitch.
And so they fight more, and then they slam their heads together, and then they punch each other, and there's a lot of blood. And so then we can get some actual stories. Some story happens. Cecil is like, now this has to happen right now. We gotta timetable's gotta move. He goes and he talks to the Animan scientist. I forget his name. The guy who makes the
I've been calling him Poindexter, but his name is actually D.A. Sinclair. Yeah,
Sinclair. I remember.
Sinclair. He's like, hey Sinclair, we need those nuke things up. And Sinclair's like, oh no, but our invincible Reanimen aren't ready yet.
Oh, that's a pretty clever idea. I like that.
I wonder if that's gonna be a problem later on.
Nah.
Oh hell yeah.
Nah,
but don't you love it when a plan comes together where we get to see the Reanimen and they're actually this happens? Like cool stuff.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And that's the end of the issue. Guys, what do you think about Invincible number 62? I think there's a lot of fighting in it.
I mean, I love the thing is like Kirkman does this thing a lot where like sometimes it just like he just lets the fight tell the story. Mm-hmm. And it's really dope. And obviously, as I said before, Otley's the king of drawing fights. He can draw a good ass fucking fight.
I'm being a little facetious, but like it is really good. The art's beautiful. It's a really well drawn fight. It's super cool. Yeah. This is my favorite issue.
Yeah, it is also one of my favorite issues as well. Like look at Mark. Look at the detail of Mark getting his face like his mask like destroyed. It's fucking awesome.
It's crazy.
Satisfying. Yeah. I just love, like, I really enjoy good villains, the ones that depth and motive and stuff like that. But I also really enjoy the occasional villain that just curve stomps the fuck out of a villain. I mean, like out of the main character, like out of nowhere, we're fighting. Your ass is grass. Step up or sit down.
Dude,
love it.
Conquest. Conquest going forward. I'm just gonna say he's a dope villain because he's like, as we can see here, he's just very sadistic and just very just awful and just vile and just like has a hard on just for killing things. Yeah. And I love how he was just talking about how like his conquest streak is like is 500-0. And I love like and it's just like he's dope. He's dope. So that's all I gotta say. He's just crazy. He's a crazy ass villain. But yeah, any more thoughts on 62?
I do not. I think it was like I said, this is my favorite issue I think that we read for this episode. I think I like this more than Invincible War. This issue
okay. I think that's kind of the point. I think it's kind of written that way. But
okay.
But
Rebecca says gotta love a villain whose name you can't remember, which is I mean, yeah. No, he's cool.
You know what? I'm happy you mentioned that, Rebecca, because like I have a really shitty time remembering names, and I consciously remember looking at this character's name and thinking, oh, it's probably an alien name. I don't give a shit. And I just moved on and ignored it. Like, if it was important, it would have come up again, which it didn't.
To be fair, Conquest is a pretty forgettable name.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm. But so it's like my brain has like a specific function where it's like name, important, yes, no, moving on.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But, Matt, you should be ashamed, Matt. You have no excuse.
Yeah, dope issue. But the fight's about to get way worse because it doesn't end.
Oh, that's right. We're not done yet. Guys, you ready for the Invincible number 63?
I'm about to throw up. I'm going to throw up reading this, like looking at this again. Jesus Christ.
Go, guys. This is the cover for Invincible 63, and it is grody.
Dude.
There's Mark looking real bad, looking like he just went all the way. Never mind.
His entire face. His entire face looks like Hamburger Helper.
Yeah, that's not where your bones are supposed to be. It should be inside your body, you silly fuck. Silly Mark. He's so
anyway, this issue opens up with another TV report telling us basically what happened last issue. And or at least I assume that's what it is, because guess what, guys? I didn't bother reading it. It was too much text. So anyway, Eve wakes up and she's like, "Oh my God, what's going on? Where's Mark?" And they're like, "Oh, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. You've been up for 2 days." And I guess okay. I don't understand the timeline here. Has Mark been fighting Conquest for 2 days?
No. It was just that one day.
The fight started 2 days after.
Yeah.
The Invincible War. Got it.
Yeah, the Invincible War was in the span of 4 days, which is why. But
yeah.
Yeah.
So she sees Mark fighting Conquest on TV, and she freaks out. She's like, "All right, I've got to go help him." And so she teleports, I guess.
She doesn't teleport. She just flies. She flies. She can't do that.
I can't tell what she's in the page you pulled up. I can't tell what she's doing, but sure, she flies away.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mark and Conquest are fighting, and man, Mark looks bad.
Do I have the right page here? I think I do. Yeah, we go.
Conquest says more villain stuff. He says a lot of villain stuff.
Dude.
He really does like talking about how much he likes killing people. And then Oliver flies up and kicks him in the face.
And calls him and he says, "Eat one, you old sack of turds."
He does. He calls him an old sack of turds.
That's not how you talk to your elders, Oliver. The disrespect on this kid. I hate him.
So Conquest and Oliver fight a bit, and then Conquest is gonna tear Oliver in half, and Mark's like, nah, and he flies in and tackles him instead.
Look how he breaks his arms, man. Jesus Christ, man. Dude.
Yeah.
And just for the record, Conquest doesn't know about Oliver, so he's very intrigued why there's a purple kid with Viltrumite powers.
I mean, understandably intrigued, yes.
Yeah.
So Mark tackles Conquest, and they're gonna fight for a little bit over there. Meanwhile, Cecil teleports in. It cuts to a bunch of people watching this happen. You see Deb and Paul and William, and is that Amber?
His roommate Rick. It's Gary and Amber, who, by the way, Gary, Amber, leave him. He beat you.
You don't need that man. He ain't shit, and he ain't never gonna be shit. Be strong, woman.
And Art, of course, our boy.
Yeah, and Art.
Yes, I love Art.
Of course, who doesn't like him?
Yeah, he's just classic, good old-fashioned man.
Eve requests for Cecil requests to teleport her in, so that's building up. And then we come back to Mark and Conquest, and they fight, and they crash through a big boat. There's an explosion, and they fight, and they punch, and there's some rocks, and they fight, and they punch, and there's some blood, and then Eve shows up.
Like a Picasso painting, man.
Yeah, doing a good job.
Beautiful description.
I mean, listen, do you guys wanna do this? You can.
No,
you got it.
You're doing great. Not without sarcasm.
Because low key, I read it as well, but I forgot almost all of Conquest dialogue because it's just rambling. So
yeah,
it really is. Conquest doesn't say anything important.
He's like, I'm getting a boner because I'm killing people. Like it's just like, you know.
Yeah. Like the sections that you have to do, it's all visual stuff. So like, there's nothing to say about it. You have to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eve shows up, and Conquest is like, "All right, I'm gonna kill her." And Mark's like, "I don't think you are." And Conquest goes, "I think I am," and just destroys his arm. It is so brutal.
I don't have that. No, it's not his arm; it's his leg.
Is it his leg?
Yeah, he literally breaks his leg.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
The bone bursts out of his leg, and there's a lot of blood, and he screams in pain. Eve tries to put a force field around Conquest, and Conquest clasps his hands like the Incredible Hulk and breaks that shit. And then he's like, "All right, and now I'm going to just go ahead and take my hand and slide it right through Eve's torso and kill her, like Electra."
No, listen. He pulls a Shoryuken first, and then does it.
Yeah. So,
dude,
she's dead now.
He's dead, bro.
Yeah, he is actually
super dead. And remember what Mikey said.
Yeah.
Remember what he said about Kirkman.
What did you say?
When
Mikey?
people die, they stay dead.
They stay dead.
Yes.
Eve's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark's like, "Oh no," and he cradles the body.
Just imagine he's just Kevin Hart. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! She wasn't ready.
So he cradles her body, and she's like, "Oh, please." He said please a whole lot. It's pretty sad that his girlfriend died, and he's real upset. And Conquest comes down, and Conquest is like, "Yeah, she must have really loved you. That means she was weak, and now I'm gonna kill you too."
No, he straight up is like, "You know what, Mark Grayson? Thank you. I'm enjoying this, man. It's giving me a good ass workout. They don't make me do much on Viltrum, so."
And like, this is a really cool page. I think that the art's beautiful. Conquest looks really cool here.
He's menacing.
His eyes. They do
also
a good job with
the fact that he literally, like, one moment he kills Eve, he's like, so pretty, and this like tastes her blood is like, so good.
Yeah, it says delicious. It's weird.
It's Grandpa. No.
He's a sadist.
Gross.
And then he's like, "All right, so kid, let's do it." And Mark says this line. I want to get you guys' opinion on this line.
Okay.
Mark says, "I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow."
Fucking
What do you guys think of this line?
It's
cheesy.
I mean, it's meant to have like impacted like effect, but it's very corny.
Yeah, I think it's kind of. I see what he's going for. I think it's kind of lame. Taylor says he got a peepee head, and I have to agree with her. He do have a peepee head.
Who does?
Do they have a peepee head though?
Conquest do.
Conquest do?
I don't think we got a peepee head.
Should I go back and
Yeah, go back.
Oh, I guess so.
I don't see it. I don't see the peepee.
You don't see the peepee?
Yeah, maybe my peepee just doesn't have a mustache like your peepees, but I don't see the peepee. Yeah.
But yeah. Thanks for that, Taylor. We appreciate it.
This is such a dismissive. Yeah, okay, thanks, Taylor. Bye.
So issue thoughts on 63 people?
I hated it. Made me feel sad. I'm lying.
I don't know why, but like when I was like looking at like reading this fight, I just thought of this fucking like abomination from the Incredible Hulk, like just saying like give me a real fight. That's what Conquest gives me. It gives me like those vibes.
Wasn't Abomination like a general with a mustache? And wasn't he also
no.
Yep. No. You're right. No, that's Red Hulk.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Abomination is Emil Blonsky.
But yeah, I was getting those vibes from Conquest. But yeah, listen, the last two issues were just a straight up fight, and I loved it. I don't care. Yeah. I loved it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And our girl's dead. R.I.P. to Eve. She was a real one. Yeah, it was great. Oliver deserved what he got because he was talking shit and made a dumbass comment.
He's getting
who says take that, you old sack of turds, and expects not to get his arm broken?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a great issue, man. Conquest is savage, like a real threat for Invincible, and I like that a lot.
For sure.
Do you think would you say he's a bigger of a threat than Angstrom?
Yeah.
As what we can see so far.
Actually, no. I'm gonna go with no, just because I'll mention it when it gets to that point.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But all right. No, I mean, we're still not done. The fight hasn't ended.
No.
Yeah. How long has it gone so far? 2 issues?
It's the 2 issues. The next one's the last one. The last part of the fight.
Catch my issue.
That's your issue, bud. But yeah. Any more thoughts on 63?
It's brutal. It's real bloody and gory and gross, and it's really good.
It's really good.
Whenever there's like fucking big hulking beast of a man doing a curse topic, I really like his design for it for this villain.
Ollie's design for Conquest?
Yeah, for Conquest. I really like it.
Yeah,
big hulking dude,
like
missing hand.
He's the most, I like how he made Conquest distinct to be like this is the most like menacing Viltrumite we've seen yet. Through the writing of the character as well as the physical appearance. I love it a lot. Like you can tell him apart from other Viltrumites, which I like.
That's it.
So,
that's all I have to add.
Yeah. That's all. Yeah, me too.
Yep.
So, issue 64, Christian.
That's me. Oh yeah. Issue 64 starts off post curve stomping by your boy Conquest. Mark's like, oh no, you're being super mean and you beat up my girlfriend. And Conquest is like, yeah, you're right. Square up. What you gonna do about it, boy?
Right, sucks to suck.
Yeah, must suck to suck. And they do the classic running in punchies. I'd like to mention that his arm isn't broken anymore in this.
What do you
In this,
his leg broke.
his leg was broken.
His arm wasn't broken?
No, his leg was.
That was Oliver's arm.
I thought it was arm also, but it was his leg.
It was his leg.
Oh, okay.
It's his left leg.
Then that negates the continuity error that I wanted to add. So he comes in with the sick ass punch and he destroys this man's metallic arm. Absolutely decimates it. He's starting to get horny again because Mark got his second wind. Absolute curve stompage again. Mark starts fighting dirty and takes a quick nom out of Conquest's shoulders. He throws him off, and he just got pissed. Conquest is pissed now, and Mark is extra pissed, and they go back to fighting. And remember that whole thing where character stays dead in these comics, and Eve being dead. She decides, you know what? Now's a good time to be alive again. And she resurrects herself because she could do that. And is naked now? Yeah. It happens now. She's naked. Mark's having absolute savage beatdown on Conquest again. She's naked in the background. Hits Conquest with a huge ass blast that tears off.
Dude, love
90%
beam
of his skin, and now he's just muscle. What are you saying, Mikey?
He hits Conquest with a love beam, and it's like,
oh yeah, my brothers, you can be my love.
But it's a cool scene. I love especially like this page right here. I like that. It's a cool scene.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not doing the fight scenes justice. It's just all visual stuff. Eve passes out, still naked. Mark's like, oh no, she's dead again, and gets back up and continues the fight. Mark's arm is now broken and grossly flopping about as he hits. I keep on forgetting this guy's name.
Conquest,
yeah. As he hits Conquest in the face, has him on the ground. We think Mark finally has the upper hand, but Conquest destroys Mark's hand. Now he has two hands down, and Conquest is like, haha, had enough yet? Mark's like, nah, because I'm going to use my head, and just starts slamming his head against Conquest's face over and over and over again. There's like, I want to say, 8x4, 32? 32 panels of just getting his face in, something like that. You could see it. It's gross.
It's so much.
Yeah. It's kind of satisfying, though.
I love it. So
I'm happy. Yeah.
But
it's a bit too much for my weak stomach.
Yeah, you're just not built for this crowd, son.
Yeah. Well, especially the panel afterwards where it shows the aftermath of what Mark did to the guy's face.
I forgot I have that too.
Oh yeah, Mike, you can show it.
So gross. It's so gross.
Look at that. No more eyes. Head empty.
Yeah, it's certainly not a PP head anymore if it was before.
Yeah, I don't know if Taylor's still watching, but I don't know what she would describe this as.
Probably still his PP head.
Okay.
Yeah. So that happens. Get killed. Burns him up. Blah blah blah. Head goop. Now, even Mark crawls to Eve, wondering if she's still alive. She's still butt naked. Just really want to emphasize that she's butt naked because there's absolutely no fucking reason for her to be butt naked if she could make clothes with her brain. But that's a conversation for another day.
Dude, she just did an Omega Beam. Like, what the fuck? Like, she used all of her power.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you got to be naked for that. You're right, Mikey.
That's not what I mean.
You know it's a requirement.
Of course. So, Mark and Eve are on the ground.
Wait a minute. It's
sorry.
more Dragon Ball. That's just a Kamehameha.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That makes
All
sense.
Dragon Ball, guys.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
I think it's more like, Taylor, dead peepee head.
Dead peepee head.
Yeah.
Dead peepee head, got it.
Mm-hmm. So, the couple, they look at each other on the ground because, they sleepy after a big fight. They're like, hey, you're alive. And then Eve's like, oh, you're alive. And Mark's like, hey, I love you. And Eve's like, oh, I love you too. And Mark's like, I thought you were dead. And then Eve's like, hey, Mark, you good? Mark, am I naked? And she passes out. And everyone shows up to stare at her naked ass body. Yay.
Yeah.
So ends issue 64, where Eve got naked.
Yeah, I think that's the title.
That's the title, Christian. That was the real point of this book.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Dope shit.
Yeah, so I guess she was like reborn. Is that why she's naked? Is it like birth imagery shit?
Symbolism?
I mean, it will be explained next issue, but like we already told we knew about because for our audience, we did an episode called Invincible, we did Invincible presents Adam Eve Explode, and this situation also happened in that book, in the Adam Eve book.
I forgot that happened. Yeah,
but we'll explain that. I'll further explain when we do the next issue. But yeah, it's a dope issue. I love this. This issue is just it's violent as fuck, but I mean it's a good ending to a Dragon Ball Z style fight.
Yeah, it is.
And sorry for Matt, sorry for your stomach, but like
I don't know,
again, but again, tropes, shit gets violent in Invincible. It is what it is.
Yeah, it
Mark
is.
used the power of friendship and someone dying to save the day.
And like, and also again, Ryan Otley just doing his thing, but like the fact that he literally made a skinless conquest. That shit was wild when I read. I was like, "Holy shit, Eve!"
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask.
Do you?
And you're right. I don't.
No.
Moving on to issue 65, we're in the hospital.
No.
Sorry. So can Invincible beat Goku? Since we're doing so many comparisons.
Actually, I was gonna ask that.
No, you don't think Invincible could beat Goku?
I don't think Invincible could beat Superman.
Oh, Goku can't even beat Superman. Superman can't even beat Superman. It's whoever Superman you want to. Whoever's the good guy.
I don't think Invincible could be. I don't think Invincible could be Goku.
Well, okay, I'll say this right. Invincible right now can't beat Goku.
Okay. Better question. Alan the Alien. Can he beat Goku?
Oof.
I'm thinking no.
Also, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah. Especially Goku now, where he's just like, yeah, I'm a god, I guess.
Yeah.
So my answer, Invincible now, as of right now, no. But like later on, we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I think this is a sloppy transition to issue 65. Issue 65, Sad Boy Hours.
Honestly, that's the best description of the book is Sad Boy Hours.
Yep. This whole comic is just everyone being in their Sad Boy Hours. Mark is in the Pentagon, getting his wounds treated, and Eve being a sweet old girlfriend. What? Yeah.
He looks so fucked.
His bones, they turn into dust. And Eve being a good old, sweet old girlfriend, sitting by her bedside for 3 days, I think. And Mark's like, what the fuck happened? And Eve's like, you don't remember? And Mark's like, oh, word, I remember everything, and starts crying because it's sad boy hours. And Eve's like, nah, it's okay. I died, but I got better. You know? I mean, it's not like when you die for real. That's just stupid.
All right.
And
all right, hold on. No, I don't like that tone, boy. Nope.
Okay. I'll retract. Yeah, she gives an explanation of her superpowers. Basically, the scientists that engineered her and gave her her superpowers. She's not a test tube baby. She was just given powers in the womb.
She killed all of her test tube baby siblings.
Yeah. They installed a mental block on her that when she uses her powers, she can't use it on organic matter. And whenever she's in intense stress, this mental block goes away. You know, for plot.
Not just intense stress, but like when she's near death, that's when like it overrides.
Yeah, I'd assume that's pretty stressful of a situation.
Yeah, I mean, is trauma a better word?
I feel like trauma is more post-action. Okay. Yeah, we could pick whatever adjectives. The basics of it is when she needs it, she got it.
Yeah, because but just to reiterate, we saw this happen in her mini series. That test tube baby brother almost practically killed her, and then that's when it overrided, and then she was able to use organic material. So it only happens when she's like near death.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, in Adam Eve issue 2.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Because you were just like, because you literally were like, holy shit, her test tube brother just fucking killed her.
Man, we read that like a year ago.
Damn, yeah, it's been a minute.
We're old, you guys.
Because wasn't that the episode we were talking about? We were talking about New Year's.
Word.
I think it was. I think we read that a year ago, guys.
Yeah.
Whoa. Happy Eve having convenient powers when it's convenient Eve, you guys. First story. Anyway, back to the comic book. Mark's like, your boobs got bigger, babe. And she's like, yeah, I mean, like, when you reconstruct yourself, you might as well make your tits bigger.
Yeah, word. She really
and I'm like,
rebuilt herself.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, like, Kirkman, you saw the opportunity and you took it, and I gotta respect you for it, kid. Good job. So, of course, they start making out post conversation, because what else are you gonna do after you say, "Hey, babe,
listen, he deserves it."
Sure, yeah, he does deserve it. He does deserve a little punani after getting absolutely decimated by Grandpa / Thanos. Then we shift. What? Thanos Grandpa. Thanos Pa. Now we shift gears to Cecil and Sinclair talking about the Reanimen for the Invincible corpses. And Sinclair's like, they ain't ready yet, boy. And Cecil's like, I don't like that answer. Make that not your answer. And Sinclair's like, okay, cool. That's that section, I guess. Then Debbie comes in, back to the... Am I missing anything? Your faces say, like, I missed something.
No, you didn't.
Okay, cool. After this, Debbie, Mark's mom, comes into the hospital room where Mark is. Eve and Mark are schmeckalecking, as they do. Really kind of a gross scene where they just got spit coming out of their mouth as they move away from each other's faces. It was kind of icky poo, but we'll talk about that later.
It was, since Taylor was here, it is an Angus Thongs and perfect snobbing moment with the spittle.
What?
So,
spittle.
Only Taylor would know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
or maybe Rebecca as well.
Yeah, what you just said was just a sequence of words that I mildly understood. But after that, Debbie's like, I'm gonna bitch about shit now, I guess, because my son got hurt. Blah blah blah. Wah wah wah. I'm stressed, mom.
I mean, it's a pretty emotional scene. It's an emotional scene.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. We'll give it the emotional tension that it deserves. So Mark's mother frustrated with her sons, just trying to kill themselves every chance they get, finally breaks down and collapses in Paul's arms and leaves.
Because she regrets. Like she said, like I could have hid your powers away from your father because I did not want. I knew this would happen to you, but I didn't expect it to happen to you. Like this soon. Like look at you.
Yeah, he did get fucked up though. Oh, you're right, Mikey.
Jeez.
Yeah. Mark leaves his hospital bed in weird crutches with Cecil to go check up on Conquest's corpse just to make sure he's dead. Because the last time he killed someone, they came back to life. So
he wasn't dead.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, but this time though, he's gonna stay dead. And right, Mikey?
Word.
Yeah, all right. So he checks up on him. He's dead. And he goes back to his hospital room. He was like, hey, what's the deal with you checking up on that dead corpse? I bet that's super weird. And Mark's like, yeah, last time I tried to kill someone and I didn't make sure he was dead. It kind of bit me in the ass. And he was like, okay, bet. So this whole funeral of Rex thing.
Yeah.
You got it? Yeah. Now this is where things get super sad, boy hours. Going to Rex's funeral, Robot/Rudy is up there doing a speech talking about Rex meant so much to Rudy. He looked up to him, but at the same time, he hated him and was jealous of him because he was so charismatic and confident, and he always wished that he could be him. And since Rudy was kind of a cancer blob in a tube, kind of emulated himself onto him. And as a way of honoring Rex's memory, he's deciding to take his name, which doesn't make sense to me at all. I think it's more insulting to take his name away, but it's whatever.
I mean, he looks like him.
He does look like him.
So the best way to honor him, I guess, is to keep the name.
Is that identity theft?
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't Rudy just he's just committing identity theft, and he's painting it like I'm doing it because we're friends. And I love you so much. No, give me my social security number back. Like, what the fuck? So Eve is about to come up, and Eve's like, he cheated on me, but he was a good guy. And then she just breaks down and couldn't even finish the speech. Mark goes to comfort her, and she explains, like, listen, I get how he cheated on me, and he was like a super asshole, but he was like my first love. He was my first everything. He meant the world to me. And it's super weird talking about this with my ex, but like I need to vent about this. And Mark's like, listen, I get it. Now kiss me. And then they schmooch. And then they go back to Eve's place, and then they fuck. Eve takes Mark's clothes off with her magical powers and puts them on the ground. And her powers are kind of being weird now. Like, if you see the photo at the bottom, is like covered in magical, naturey fungus goop.
Yeah, it's like transmuting everything, the costume all weird, and it's implying that there's something wrong with Eve.
Yep. So we're gonna pick up that eventually, I'm assuming. After this, we cut to Levi because we don't see sex in this. I'm disappointed it didn't go to Alan. Exactly, yeah. I really was looking forward to it, but maybe next time. And we go to Levi asking for help from these alien dudes. And the alien dudes are like, no, fuck you. You suck. And I think they made a deal about if you find us a new world, then we'll fix your rest of your body, I guess.
Nah, it's essentially just like the reason why Angstrom was supposed to be in the main world in the first place was to essentially like scout and make sure that it was that it like they killed everybody so that they could to have it for themselves, and he failed because he didn't kill enough people. So
okay, so that's the thing. And they were making
and
like a new deal after that.
yeah, because essentially, like he's like, yeah, you're officially our slave boy now. So because you failed us,
Yes.
and they give him a new arm too because he didn't have an arm.
Mm-hmm. After that, we shift to the calamari team in the sewers. It's creeping up as they do. I feel like every time these aliens pop up, it's always like one page of them being like, "We're coming,
Yeah,
coming,"
yeah.
and then that's it. That's it. Just the same thing over and over again.
Thing is, because like for me personally, I forgot that they show up again. So like I'm clueless on what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's a good way to remind them, but I just like a little bit of variety to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, when things are gonna pop off, they're gonna pop off. So it's anticipation.
That's fair. That's fair. But like, at least try to order a pizza, like Weekends at Bernie's style. That'd be great. But after this, we go to Cecil and the old Nuka silo, and we have Conquest's head in cement, and he's waiting for him to wake up to get informations about the Viltrumites.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, guys, when Kirkman kills a character, he stays dead.
Well, technically, he didn't die.
Oh my god, yes he did! They went out of our way to show him the body and make sure we knew he was dead. In this issue.
I just meant like in the universe. He didn't technically die.
You said it yourself that he died.
But I love how like Donald was like, "Did you really think it was a good idea to fool Mark with like a double, like a weird like fake body?" And he's like, "Yeah, it was worth it."
Yeah. Fuck him. He punched me. Fuck that bitch.
And like the fact that like it's not just concrete, right? It's like concrete, like steel. It's like 6 miles beneath the earth.
Yeah, and it also has sensors to it, so if he moves like an inch, he explodes.
Yeah, like the entire compound blows up as like a failsafe.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. After we get the whereabouts of Conquest, we have bitch boy Oliver in the hospital because he's a bitch talking to his older brother Mark. And they have a nice little powwow, being like, "Yeah, Eve's kind of weird now. Her powers are messed up. Anyway, sorry I've been whole distant, whole lot of shit's happening." And I was like, "Nah, it's cool." And Mark's like, "You know what? I think I'm okay with murder. Today, like, you convinced me, Oliver. You're right. Murder, sometimes it's A-okay.
Yeah.
And this time, it's going to be A-okay next time I see this.
He was just like, he's like, if anyone comes up and messes with my family after seeing, Eve die once, and then, the whole, like, all, like, like all those inversions of himself, murder a lot of people and wreck everything, he'll be justified.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like, because I remember, Matt, you said that, like, you always a proponent of, like, there's always another way, but, like, in this case, like, when it gets this bad.
I'm honestly still on to there's always another way, because you can't do shit if your legs and arms are broken. You can't.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean,
and
like,
by the way, we know there's another way because I said there was another way. I showed you what the other way was.
What was it?
He could have just taken credit for what the other marks did.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm talking about with Angstrom.
With Angstrom?
Yeah, like he should have killed Angstrom like when he had the chance. Like,
he thought he did
when he came back, not when he hit him the first time.
I mean, he did though, but he got better.
But Angstrom got away again.
I still think that I'm still against killing. That being said, I understand why Mark at this point is all on killing the dudes. Like, I am, sitting in my apartment saying I don't think it's good to kill people. I didn't just have my girlfriend die in my lap. So Mark's in a different place right now. I get it.
True. I mean, if Yeah, like you could say all these
here's
things.
a great example. As a Spider-Man example, of course.
Ah, yes, of course.
Because after Gwen died, Pete just wanted to kill Norman, and he didn't. But I think it would be understandable if he did, right?
Yeah.
But Spider-Man still thinks killing is wrong. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
If Spider-Man says it, it has to be true.
That's right.
But here's the thing. I feel like the answer to this question is a logical question. Like, can you live with murder afterwards? And most of the time is no.
Sure.
And everywhere in the globe, we all consensusly agree murder is bad and should be punished if you do murder.
Yeah.
But I also feel like we're emotional creatures. We like to think that we're logical. We're mostly emotional creatures. So when you're in Mark's shoes, you're going to think with every fiber of your being, if I curb stomp this boy to death, that's going to make me happy.
Yeah.
Like, I totally get that. But then afterwards, you got to deal with the consequences. And that's when you're the bad guy.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And it also reminds me
of that quote from Dark Knight.
Like,
what was it like? You're the hero unless you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Is that?
Yeah.
Does that apply here?
Yeah. I know.
Yes.
Yeah. Slippery slope. Like, when do you stop killing people? When do you stop deciding to be like, yeah, this, like, what stops you from being like, oh, they're gonna murder my family, I should kill them? To, oh, they might murder my family, I should kill them. And then to, oh, they suck, I should kill them. It's a slippery slope.
Word.
Yeah. Sure.
But any thoughts on 65? End of the aftermath, people.
If you murder a murderer, the number of murderers in the world doesn't change.
Okay.
I think it's a fine issue.
It was a fine issue. I think it's a good end, like a good end to like the event.
Definitely.
It calms you down.
It definitely lived up to the hype that you're giving.
Exactly.
Maybe
did you think so?
That's called BDSM, Taylor, and I don't think that's going to teach anyone a lesson.
That's cool.
Unless, never mind.
I'm just gonna say something real quick, because I don't know if Christian glossed over it. I don't know if you glossed over enemies. Just bang your enemies.
Peg them. That's a good alternative to murder. Just peg them.
Oh my god! But so we laid our boy to rest. R.I.P. Rexplode. You will be missed. And our boy Rudy has taken on his name, right?
Yes.
Taylor, rape isn't okay either.
Remember when? I'm just gonna say, remember when we saw that the future Guardians of the Globe that saved Mark and Eve? That future Eve referred to Rex, that person in the robot suit as Rex.
I do remember that. Yes, Mikey.
It was Rudy.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That makes sense.
It was Rudy. It was Rudy the whole time.
Why would that character name himself after Rex? And
because he wants to honor the man.
That's not honoring the man.
That's
like
what else can you do?
Theft. He's just committing identity. This is a crime, Mikey. How come? Why am I the only one that's like, oh, this isn't okay?
Because it's not really that big of a deal.
It is weird, but I don't care.
You're right. So, it's not that big of a deal. You're right.
So from this year forth, we will call this character Robot by the name of Rex from here on out. And so what's funny though, earlier when we did this book, the series, I think it was like the 4th episode, I referred to Robot as Rex by accident, and I was hoping y'all didn't catch it.
Where didn't catch what?
Because I referred to Robot at one point while we were doing like early on while we were like episode 5, I think I referred to him as Rex, and then I was like, holy shit, I hope we didn't catch that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just I get ours mixed up too.
Yeah, no, because like I only refer to Rexplode as Rexplode. I refer to Robot as Rex because that's just how I know from reading the whole series. So, but yeah, this is a good issue. This is so I mean, our boy is become a little darker, hence the costume, you know. So
I'm satisfied with this issue. You're hyping it up quite a bit, and it was properly hyped.
Did I live up to the hype, people?
It lived up to the hype. I'd say so.
Yeah, I would say so.
Thank God. I was worried y'all wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
But so while we got issue 65 out of the way, any thoughts on the entire event as a whole?
It's crazy.
I miss Alan.
Go stupid! Go crazy! Like,
what can I say? That's not already been said.
Yeah. I think I've already said everything that I have to say about this stuff. It was good, and I liked it, and it was gross, and I didn't like it, but I mostly liked it.
Yeah. Great event. My favorite event. Even though we practically scratched the surface of how crazy this shit's gonna get. I'm not kidding. Like, that was what we saw with Mark, you know, getting annihilated by Conquest, and, like, you know, the Invincibles attacking and destroying shit. That was like baby shit compared to what we're gonna see next. So yeah, but it's good stuff. I love this event a lot. I mean, it's the Clone Saga for Invincible, but it's actually better. It's a better Clone Saga.
It's hard to be worse.
Yeah, exactly. Mikey, when are we gonna do Saga again?
Oh
yeah.
Well, we'll talk about it later because I actually talked with them about it. But we'll talk about it after this. But so, and no more thoughts. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, people, we did our first event. Yeah, clap for us. It took us 2 years to do this shit. So
we did it.
We're almost halfway. We have, I think, like, next episode we'll be halfway done with the series. So that's gonna be
another. Just completely stop and never talk to each other again.
Yeah.
No, I refuse.
The last episode.
We have nothing to look forward to anymore. It's over. Podcast done, people.
I refuse. But people, I don't think we will do an episode this Friday because it's Christmas, the holidays. So we will be with our families and enjoying the festivities. Next week, maybe we'll see. But we'll see how it goes. But so the next episode that we're gonna do volume 3, which is titled "Growing Pains." I still have not seen that sitcom either. Know it, but have not seen it. And we're also gonna do not only Growing Pains, but the one shot Invincible Returns #1, which I own. So I have the physical copy, and that's going to be issues 66 to 70.
Okay.
So that's gonna be our little grace period until we start our another event. So it's gonna be good stuff.
Sounds good. I'm here for it.
Yeah. So Christian, you wanna do the outro?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Didn't prepare anything, so it's not gonna be as good. But I'll give it my best shot.
You got it. Freestyle. Go.
It's Christmas time, fuck nuggets. And you know what that means. You gotta be nice and kind to your fellow man. And with this fantastic pandemic happening, make sure you don't spread the disease. Vaccines are out, but that doesn't mean you gotta be out spreading all that nasty ass germs inside your body. Try to stay indoors, keep clean, put on a mask. Make sure you wash your doors and windows and hands and toes and what have you. Don't open doors with your mouth and such. Don't kiss the homeless. Don't kiss the old people if you're feeling sick. And more than anything, have the Christmas spirit of being generous because Jesus' birthday today, and he'd cry if you're an asshole. Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's good.
Thank you.
To top off what Christian said, hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. It's gonna be good stuff. Please be safe. Don't go too crazy. We will do the Science Talk special eventually. I don't know when, but it will happen. Also, expect we're gonna have a thing I'm calling the season of panels, where we're gonna have a bunch of panels over winter break involving different topics. Tomorrow's panel is the future of the MCU, Phase 4 and beyond. We're going to talk about the announcements that came out of the Investor Day and like what we think of what's happening in theories. So be on the lookout for that. And of course, the quote, "Blur without fear: wash your damn hands." And we'll catch y'all in the next one, people. All right. Get home safe.
I'm saying.
Take care.